Yo, 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 what's going on out there, world? What's going on? And welcome to another edition of TJ Sports Nation, presented by your boy TJ, straight out of KC. It went down yesterday. It went down yesterday. It went down yesterday. Got some time on my hand. Let's talk some boxing, man. Let's talk some boxing, man. It's Frank Martin, who is in Earl the Truth Spence camp. Is he overrated? That's the question. Is he overrated? Is he overhyped? Is he really not that guy at 135? What's good with it, Danny? How you doing, man? Let's talk about this, man. Who is Frank Martin? Who is Frank Martin? Frank Martin is a good boxer. And he went to battle last night and eventually made his opponent take a knee and go to the scorecards. Artum, we're just gonna call him Artum because I ain't even about to try to pronounce his last name. Artum was an undefeated fighter up until last night, man. And I think in those middle rounds, Frank started getting gassed out. Frank started getting gassed out, man, and he did so much early in the fight. He did take off some rounds, and I think that's what made the fight kind of go how it went. But in those late rounds, Frank started picking it up again, man. And by the 12, man, he had punished that dude, man. So I've listened to several channels today ask the question: is Frank Martin overrated? Is Frank Martin this? Is Frank Martin that? Does he match up against Shakur? Does he match up against Keyshawn? Does he match up against Tank or anybody that fight from 35 to maybe 40? We'll see. If that's a direction Frank looked to go. Maybe not right now, but 40 could be in the future. But who is Frank Martin? I think if Frank can get some of that muscle mass off of him, because he's 5'8" and he's a pretty big 135er. He's a pretty big 135er. So if Frank can get some of that muscle off of him, maybe he won't gas out as quick. But he definitely showed signs that he was, gassing out in those mid rounds, you know. And that's gonna be a problem when you got young bulls who are in top of the line shape, like Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. That's that in a lot of people's eyes that fight has the potential as these two cats, Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis, get deeper into their careers. That fight could be a big fight later on down the line, much like Spence and Bud, because Keyshawn Davis is, in Bud's camp or whatnot. So that could be a really good fight later on down the line, man. And that's something that we could get to. But don't doubt Frank Martin. Don't doubt him. He's a dog at what he do, man. The lightweight division should be on notice. Should be on notice, man. And that's the truth. The lightweight notice should be on notice because Frank Martin is for real. I'm telling you, and that's the truth, man. Talented young brother. Like I said, maybe get some of the muscle mass off of him. He'll be a lot better. Have a lot more stamina because you know when you that height, I'm 5'8", but I'm not in shape at all like Frank Martin. But you know, with my height, the leaner you are, the faster you are, the more stamina you got. When you walk around bulky like he, was looking, that might be a problem. That might be a problem, man, and that's the truth, man. But Frank Martin, 135, he got potential to clean that division out. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, man. Don't doubt me. Every boxer that fights is going to run into that fight that most people might be like, oh man, that dude kind of gave him hell. For instance, Boots Ennis had trouble with Karen, a couple of fights back at the welterweight division. Karen did a lot of running and made it real difficult for Boots to really have his way with him like he wanted to. That's a fight, for example, or um, Earl Spence and Sean Porter, and Earl kind of fought that rugged style like Sean tends to fight, which made the fight a little bit more dynamic, because Sean wanted to engage more, due to how Earl was fighting. You know what I'm saying? So these type of fights, man, with these close fights with certain opponents, they tend to happen. There's nothing wrong with it. We watched Terrence Crawford and Josie Benavidez, who, been shot in the leg, didn't really have leg movement, but early in that fight, man, Josie was giving Terrence some trouble, man. In my eyes, from what I was looking at, he was giving him trouble. And that's the truth. He was giving him hell a little bit. Terrence, of course, found a way to finish the job. But yeah, he gave him some hell, man. And and that's okay. To me, that's what made great fighters great. You know, the ability to be able to keep or contain a rough cur, because that's what I call Sean Porter, a rough cur. A cur is a pit bull dog that, ain't the best pit bull dog you got in the yard. So I call Sean Porter a rough cur. Period. But I love the direction 135 is going. It's very, very competitive. And later on down the line, I say probably within the next, they're gonna let it build up real good. 2 years tops. We will see Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin. And it's gonna be a big fight. Probably not as big as Spence and Crawford, but right under there, man. Right under there, dog. Yes, sir. Miss Alicia Baumgartner in her rematch against an opponent that beat her, Christina Lornadato. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Alicia came out strong, and I know that she got a little gassed out in those middle rounds too, but she was able to stop her. She was able to stop her. Yeah, successfully defending the title again. I'm loving where women's boxing is going right now, man. Like, I'm loving it, man. It's getting really, really competitive. A lot more than it ever had been. So there's a rematch. Maybe she'll give it with Michaela Mayer, whose title she took, right? I mean, Alicia called out quite a few women yesterday. I really, really support this young sister, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of her, and I feel like she's definitely her and Clarissa Shields, and I love Savannah Marshall too, the big British lady. Like, she's a hell of a fighter too, man. And she just came off a win, so maybe her and Shields will get that shit popping over here in the U.S. or whatnot. But Alicia Baumgartner is definitely that chick, sexy as hell, and got that spunk about her, man, and she's gonna continue to dominate in this boxing game, man, no matter who they put in front of her. And I love Michaela Mayer, I do. I'm a huge Michaela Mayer fan, but you know, I think Alicia in this one for the long run, and that's the truth, man. That's the truth. Yeah, all day, Dandy, bro. Yeah, she is a very nice looking woman, and a hell of a boxer. I'm a big fan, man. And I'm trying to catch, every Baumgartner fight, every Shields fight, Marshall fight that I can catch. You know what I'm saying? They with it, man. So, anyways, man, we getting closer and closer to July 29th, man. Closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And if y'all noticed on the promo part two with Spence and Crawford right before the Frank Martin fight, Derrick James was, watching Crawford, footage, seeing Crawford's mama kicking it, in the ring, celebrating her son's win. And Derrick just said, oh, she won't be dancing on the 29th. So Crawford's sister Letitia says on Twitter, Derrick, you shouldn't have even mentioned our mama's name. You shouldn't even brought her up. They just want to create some bulletin board material for the ass whooping that Terrence Allen Crawford, is getting ready to take. We understand that's his mother's birthday, and it's no disrespect to Miss Crawford or whatever Miss Lady's last name is. It's no disrespect at all. She raised a good son. He's a hell of a fighter, one of the best to ever do it. But I'm sorry, Letitia Crawford, Terrence Crawford, Miss Mama Crawford, the kids Crawford. Y'all about to watch out that he hit his ass beat. Ribs shattered, orbital bone broken. He's gonna go through all that, baby. Create all the bulletin board material that y'all want. Oh, it's my mama's birthday. Oh, I ain't losing no fight on my mama's birthday. All this, all that. Oh, we gonna see who mama ain't gonna be dancing. Whoop de do. At the end of the day, it ain't nothing Mama Crawford could do to save her son, man. She just better be, ready to help him to the locker room, put some bandages on his ribs, because he gonna need them, baby. He's gonna need them, man. I believe the fight is gonna be competitive up to a certain point, but I believe, man, like once Earl really start getting him, man, really start, digging into them ribs and going to that body and really, really, really just doing damage to that body that Terrence Crawford is never used to taking. Terrence gonna see you got a true welterweight in front of you, young man. And you know what? I got a lot of love for Terrence Crawford, and I respect him for taking the fight. I never said let me see. Yeah, I did think he was running originally. Yeah, I thought so. But at the same time, who would want to miss out on a big payday like this? Because at the end of the day, no matter what, when you look at this fight right here, whether Earl lose or Crawford lose, they're still going to be fan favorites. They can still sell a pay per view, and things of that nature. This loss, but if Earl gets Crawford, like I think he's going to get him, I just don't know if we're going to see the same. I just don't know if we're going to see the same Crawford. Because I'm predicting a one-sided fight after the first half of the fight. That's what I'm predicting. And no, like I said, Mama Crawford ain't gonna be celebrating nothing. But all that money her son getting for this fight, that's about it. Yeah, he gonna win in that aspect. But as far as the fight itself, he get his ass beat to the fucking ground, man. Like I said, ninth round stoppage. Ninth round stoppage, man. This is a different dog that's in front of Crawford, man. He ain't never been hit like he's getting ready to get hit. Period. And it's no disrespect to the Crawford family, man. Like, y'all come on out, get y'all popcorn ready. But like I said, Crawford's family, his sister Letitia and Mama Crawford better get ready to help baby boy back to the locker room because he gonna fucking need it, man. I'm telling you, man. And now I weighed out several different scenarios that could happen. I also see the possibility that a draw could happen in the first fight. Just because, I mean, who knows, they could split it, 6-6, whatever the case. But I don't know, man. Crawford gonna have his, Spence gonna have his way with Crawford. I just feel like, this he's the big fish, man. He's the big fish, baby. He gonna walk you down, pressy. Ooh, don't get him on the ropes. Don't get Crawford on the ropes, man. It's a wrap, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if I had a house right now, I would put it up on Earl. I promise you I would, man. I'm willing to risk my home if I had one I was buying or one that I own. I will put that motherfucker up. That's how confident I am in my guy. Crawford will make it competitive. It's not gonna be a washout, I don't think, like Mikey Garcia was. But like I said, man, size is gonna play a factor in this, man. And this is a true welterweight in front of Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Now we can say, oh, Sean Porter. Sean Porter was on the back end of his career, and his soul was already broken, man. His soul was already broken when Keith Thurman beat him. His soul was really broken when Earl Spence fucked him up. Come on, man. Sean Porter got dropped by fucking Adrian Bronner's drunk ass. So I don't want to hear nothing about Sean Porter, man. Like I said, man, this is a different breed right here, baby. This is the big fish of all big fishes, baby. And I'm telling you right now, mark my words. And this go to Letitia Crawford and Mama Crawford and Terrence and the whole entire Crawford family and everybody up in all that support Bud. Let me tell y'all, get your tissues ready. Get your band-aids ready because he probably gonna need help from all y'all to take the ribs up. I'm telling you, he might need help. Y'all gonna have to help him around his house because he ain't gonna be able to see out of one of them eyes. Kids, y'all better get ready to help your dad. I'm telling you. It's all of this popping. Now, if somehow Crawford pull it off, would I be butthurt about it? I would be shocked because that clearly means Earl fucked up somewhere. I would be shocked. My jaw would be on the ground, but I would give Crawford the respect and the due diligence that he deserves because he is a pound for pound, one of the best pound for pound fighters in the game all day. I would definitely give him his respect he deserves. But I just theoretically am looking at this shit from the outside in, and I'm sorry, man. Earl gonna turn Terrence smile into a frown. He's gonna punish him. I'm telling you, he's gonna punish him, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna be talking about this fight all week, so y'all might as well get ready for it. It's probably gonna be at the end of every motherfucking live stream that I do for the rest of the week. and we're gonna be covering some other fights that's getting ready to go down. So y'all just get ready for it, man. It's all in this popping, man. And I cannot wait till July 29th. Make sure y'all buy the fight. Please don't do that streaming shit. Support the sport. Support these two brothers. They giving us what we want. We got to hold it down, man. But it's much love to Crawford, his family. I hope they have safe travels getting in, safe travels getting home. It's all love at the end of the day. We want everybody to get home safely to their families. You know what I'm saying? And in one piece. So I'm sorry though, Crawford, baby boy. You gonna need some help around the house though, man. Cause hey, on the 29th it's over with for you, Playboy. Hey man, I appreciate y'all tapping in though, man. I'll be back on tomorrow. Much love. Y'all be safe.